Hello students. In the previous class, I have discussed the synopsis for chapter haloalkenes and haloarenes for CET, NEET as well as JEE. So, in today's class, I am going to continue the for concepts for dihalides, trihalides as well as haloarenes. Okay, before starting the class, if you are not subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe and share it with your contacts. Okay, students, let me go for the dihalides. In the previous class, we have discussed monohalides, that is methods of preparation, chemical properties as well as physical properties. Let me go for dihalides. Okay, so if you consider dihalides, which means there are two halogen groups that replace the hydrogen in that hydrocarbons. And the general formula for dihalides is CnH2n(X2). The two hydrogen atoms of alkenes replaced by two halogen atoms to form dihalides. And these dihalides are classified into three different types. Okay. The first one is gem dihalides. And the second one is Wick dihalides. And the third one is alpha, then gamma dihalides. So what are these different types of dihalides? Gem dihalides, Wick dihalides, and the third type. Okay, here, if you consider the first one, that is gem dihalides. So gem dihalides is nothing but the term gem is derived from geminal, which means same position. So it is also called as geminal dihalides. The meaning is same position. Then what can I give the one or more example for gem dihalides like CH3CHX2. So which is nothing but ethylene dihalides. So which is in IUPAC name, it is called as 1,1 dihaloethane. Now I will consider one more example, CH3CCH3HX2. So it is nothing but isopropylene dihalides, which is nothing but 2,2 dihalopropane, which is nothing but here in the first example, both the halogen groups are present on the same carbon atom. Let me consider this as first carbon and this as second carbon. So both the halogen groups are present in the same carbon, that is same position. Similarly, in second example, so there are three carbon atoms in one parental child, and both the halogen groups are present on the second carbon. Let me consider this as 1, 3, and 2. On second carbon atom, both the halogen groups are present, so that it is considered as 2,2 dihalopropane. Now we go for the second type, vicinal dihalide. Wick dihalide, which is derived from the word vicinal, which means adjacent carbon atom. So geminal means same carbon, vicinal means adjacent carbon atom. So if two halogen atoms are present on the adjacent carbon, which is known as vicinal dihalide, like example CH2, CH2X, and then X. The name of the compound is ethylene dihalide, which is the common name, and the IUPAC name is 1,2 dihalo ethane, which is the IUPAC name of this compound. And now we can get the some idea like vicinal as well as geminal dihalides are position isomers, which may have same molecular formula, but the position of functional group or substituent group are varies. If you consider the first example in geminal dihalide and this example in vicinal dihalide, both are having C2H4X2 formula, so that we can consider them as position isomers. Then the third type, that is alpha gamma dihalides. So here the halogen atoms are attached with the terminal carbon atoms. Halogen atoms are present on terminal carbon atoms, and they are separated by 3 or more carbon atoms, and they are also known as polymethylene halides. Polymethylene halides. Okay, give the example for alpha gamma dihalides. It is also known as alpha omega dihalide. CH2X, CH2, CH2, CH2X. So the name of this compound is 1,4 dihalobutane. Or in common naming system, it is also known as tetramethylene dihalide. So these are the classification of dihalides. Then we'll go for general methods of preparation here. General methods of preparation. Okay, if you consider general methods of preparation of dihalides, the first method is from gem dihalides. That is methods of preparation of gem dihalides. It is by the reaction of PCl5 on carbonyl compound. The reaction of PCl5 on carbonyl compound. So CH3 C double bond OH, and treating with PCl5, which gives CH3 C Cl, then ClH with the liberation of POCl3. And here the name of the reactant is acetaldehyde. CHO group it is, hence it is aldehyde, and the product obtained is ethylene or ethylene chloride it is. So it is a gem dihalide obtained by the reaction of PCl5 on carbonyl compound. We will give the example by taking ketone. So let me consider a ketone like CH3 C double bond O CH3. It is an acetone or propanone, which is on treating with PCl5. The same reaction takes place. So which gives CH3 C Cl CH3 with the liberation of CpOCl3. So here acetone gives rise to 2,2 dichloropropane. 2,2 dichloropropane. Then The second method is by addition of halogen acids on alkynes by the addition of halogen acids on alkynes. Okay, what is meant by halogen acids, which is nothing but hydrogen halide. Okay, we'll take the example of CH triple bond CH, that is ethyl, and treating with HBr, that is hydrogen bromide, which gives vinyl bromide, CH2 double bond CHBr. This is in general known as vinyl bromide. And this vinyl bromide is further treating with HBr gives CH3CHBr2. That is 1,1 dibromoethane. Similarly, if you can take propyne, CH3C triple bond CH plus HBr gives rise to CH3CBr double bond CH2, which is nothing but, again, it's vinyl bromide in general, which is also known as vinyl bromide. And if you consider IUPAC name, it's 2-bromo-prop-1-ene. Further on treating with HBr, which gives CH3CHBr2. CH, it's CBr2. I will write it in the form of condensed form, no problem. CH3CBr, Br, then CH3. Name of this compound is 2,2 dibromopropane. So these are the two methods we can prepare gem dihalides. Then we'll go for the preparation of vicinal dihalide or Vic dihalides. How we can prepare vicinal dihalide. Vicinal dihalide means the halogen groups are present on adjacent carbon atom. So the first method is by the addition of halogens to alkenes, by the addition of halogen to alkenes. Okay, by this method, we'll take the example of ethene. This is on treating with bromine. Addition of bromine to alkene like ethene, which is going to form CH2Br, single bond CH2Br, which is nothing but 1,2 dibromopropane. 1,2 dibromopropane. Then go for the second method of preparation, that is by the action of PCl5 on glycols. What is meant by glycols? It's vicinal alcohols like CH2OH, CH2OH. Alcoholic groups are present on adjacent carbon atoms. On treating with PCl5, which is going to form vicinal dihalides like 1,2 dichloropropane with the liberation of 2 molecules of POCl3 and 2 molecules of HCl. So these are the methods of preparation of dihalides. One is gem dihalides, the second one is vicinal dihalides. Then we'll go for physical properties. physical properties of gem dihalides. So here the lower membrane members are colorless. Lower members of dihalides are colorless. They do not exhibit any color. Then they are oily liquids with sweet smell and generally higher members are solids. Higher members are generally exist in solid state. And one more physical property that is important, that is these are heavier than water. These dihalides are heavier than water. So these are the important physical properties of dihalides. Then we will go for the chemical properties. Chemical properties. Chemical properties that includes the reaction of these dihalides with other substance. Like I will consider the first one, that is action of KOH, alcoholic KOH. So which undergoes dehydrohalogenation. So we have discussed dehydrohalogenation in the previous class. So in simple, which is nothing but a removal of both hydrogen as well as halogen. Let me consider an example of CH2X, single bond CH2X. Or I will take CH3, single bond CHX2. Either the gem dihalide or vicinal dihalide. So on treating with KOH, alcoholic, which gives rise which liberates two molecules of HX, that is hydrogen halide, with the liberation of ethane CH, triple bond CH, which gives ethane. Then, if you consider the action of aqueous KOH, action of aqueous KOH. So here, hydrolysis takes place. Hydrolysis. So hydrolysis means it is a distinction test for gem as well as vicinal dihalides. As we have observed the previous type, like we can consider either vicinal dihalide or geminal dihalides, which gives generally alkyne. But here, if you consider aqueous KOH, which acts as a distinguishing test for gem as well as vicinal dihalide. So let me consider big dihalide first. Okay. So consider big dihalide first. CH2 Cl, single bond CH2Cl. This is on treating with the aqueous KOH, which gives CH2OH, single bond CH2OH, with the liberation of two molecules of KCl. So on treating with the vicinal dihalide, generally it is going to form alcohols. And the name of this compound is 1,2 ethane diol. In general, we can call it as glycol. And if you take gem dihalide, CH3 CHX2, on treating with aqueous KOH, which gives rise to CH3CHO First, it will give aldehyde. This ethanol here. Similarly, if you consider I will change the starting material like CH3CX2CH3, which is on treating with the aqueous KOH solution, then which is going to form ketone like CH3COCH3 is acetone. So if both the halogen groups are present on the terminal side, which is going to form aldehyde. If both the halogen groups are present in the intermediate carbon, then which is going to form acetone. Then a reaction with KCl, that is potassium cyanide. So here, if you consider CH2Cl, single bond CH2Cl, I'm treating with two molecules of potassium cyanide, so which liberates two molecules of KCl, and it is going to form CH2Cn, single bond CH2Cn. This is on acid hydrolysis. This is on acid hydrolysis, gives CH2COOH, single bond CH2COOH, that is succinic acid. And this succinic acid on heating, which loses a molecule of water, going to form a cyclic compound CH2COOCOCH2. The name of this compound is succinic anhydride. Succinic anhydride. Similarly, if I take the starting material like gem dihalide like CH3CHCl, that is both the chlorine groups are present on the same carbon, then on treating with two molecules of KCl, which liberates two molecules of KCl, then which is going to form CH3CHCN twice. This is on acid hydrolysis, which is going to form CH3CHCOOH COOH. So this is on heating, loses a molecule of water to form hydrating form, that is CH3CH2COOH, that is propanoic acid. Sorry, if we consider gem dihalides on heating, which loses carbon dioxide, not the water molecule. Which loses carbon dioxide and which gives carboxylic acid, that is propanoic acid. And to discuss some note points here. We'll discuss some note point here. The cyanide group on acid hydrolysis, gives COOH. So remember this. And the second note point is, if two COOH group on one carbon atom, that is we have discussed in the previous examples, which always loses CO2. to form monocarboxylic acid. On heating. And if the condition is different, like if two COOH group on vicinal carbon atom, then which lose H2O to form cyclic anhydride on heating. So these are the three note points you have to remember. Then dehalogenation. The next chemical property is dehalogenation. Okay, what is meant by dehalogenation? It's removal of halogen group. Like consider CH2Br, CH2Br, that is vicinal dihalide. If you consider vicinal dihalide, which is untreated with zinc in presence of methanol on heating, which gives CH2 double bond CH2, that is ethene, with the liberation of ZnBr2. So, which gives ethene with the liberation of ZnBr2. And if I take geminal dihalide as an example, or starting matter like CH3, CH2, CHBr2, on treating with zinc in presence of methanol on heating, which gives CH3, CH2, CH double bond CH, CH2, CH3 with the liberation of ZnBr2. So you can observe here, if you consider vicinal dihalide, the product contains same number of carbon atom. And if you consider geminal dihalide, the product consists of twice the number of carbon atoms compared to that of a reactant. And if you consider CH2, CH2Br, CH2Br, that is alpha gamma dihalide, which is the third type. We consider this on treating with zinc in presence of methanol on heating, which is going to form CH2 single bond CH2 single bond CH2, which is going to form a cyclopropane with the liberation of ZnBr2. So please observe the difference. If you consider vicinal dihalide, which is going to form same number of carbon atom product. And if you consider geminal dihalide, product consists of twice the number of carbon atoms compared to that of reactants. And if you consider alpha gamma dihalides, the product form is in the form of cyclic form or cyclic manner. So the remaining trihalides as well as like haloarenes. So in that I will discuss trihalides and haloarenes in the next class. So students, if you are not subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe to my channel, that is Catalyst Chemistry Class. Thank you.